The sad truth is only 0.25% of YouTube channels are actually making money right now, which means, unfortunately, most YouTubers fail. And I'm going to explain why in this video. Giving up too soon. In my 3 years of YouTube so far, if there's anything I've learned, it's that there's 2 ways of beating your competition on YouTube. One of them is just by consistently making better content than they do. But I think that's pretty obvious. The other one is by outlasting them. I can't think of the amount of new channels in my niche that I've seen. People have started good channels and then have just given up. So do both. Make better content than other people in your niche and outlast all of your competition. An additional point I want to make is rather than just giving up entirely on your channel when the first thing you do doesn't work, just pivot. Try something different. If there's a niche that you make your videos about already, try a slightly different area of that niche that might be untapped into. Just keep trying and iterating until something sticks. The worst thing you can possibly do is give up entirely. People underestimate the amount of work that it really takes. It can be quite easy to go on YouTube, see a channel that has like 5 to 10 videos and well over 10,000 subscribers and think that is achievable for you. And in the most case, what you don't see is the work that went on in the background. Even on those channels, they all had to start from somewhere at absolute square zero. And I can almost promise you, a channel that you see on YouTube that has very few videos and a high number of subscribers, that's not the first channel that that person has started, or they've deleted a whole load of their videos, because everyone starts from nothing. You have to put in the time and effort to build the skills on camera, learn what works on YouTube, learn how to make a good video, learn how to make a good thumbnail. You know, there's no hiding from that hard work that you have to put in. On average, it takes, I say this in pretty much every one of my videos, it takes 100 videos to reach 1,000 subscribers and potentially get monetized on YouTube. So that means you have to make 100 videos in order to get any sort of tangible reward from YouTube. And 100 videos is the average. So you might achieve it quicker than that. I didn't. It took me over 300 videos for my channel to hit 1,000 subscribers. So there's a chance that it will take you longer. And I can almost guarantee you that your first 10 to 20 videos, if this is your first attempt at a channel on YouTube, they're hardly going to get any views. Being afraid to try something. Now, in order to become successful, I think, in pretty much any domain of life, you have to do things that make you feel uncomfortable. And I think the discomfort that you have to get through on YouTube is fear of judgment from people. And it's not necessarily fear of judgment from strangers, potential audience members or channel subscribers of your channel or whatever, but it's people that you know, your friends, your family, peers, people you might work with, for example, who can watch you closely in your content and judge you. You don't really care about what people you don't know think. It's more the people that you do know. And the things, particularly in my experience, I've done on YouTube that make me feel uncomfortable, one of the things I do at the moment, and you'll see this on this video, is putting my face on a thumbnail. And the thought of my friends in like, I don't know, friendship circle, peer groups, whatever, seeing a picture of me like that on a thumbnail on YouTube just makes me feel uncomfortable. But I just do it because I know it works. I know it gets people to click on my videos and it genuinely gets results. I've just pushed through that fear hurdle and I've gotten through it. And in order to make the best content on YouTube, you're going to need to do things that make you feel uncomfortable. And I've got a bit of comfort to offer you on that, right? Most people are so engrossed and engulfed and have their own things going on in their life that they might watch your video and judge you for 5 to 10 minutes. But I can promise you, you will adopt like 5 to 10 minutes of time in their brain thinking about you, maybe mocking you or whatever. And then they'll forget about it because they've got their own problems going on in their life. No one really cares, all right, what you do on the internet. As long as you're not doing something to hurt people or deeply offend people, I think you'll be fine. And pushing through that fear hurdle is how you prevent yourself from failing on YouTube. Comparing yourself to others. Now, as a content creator on YouTube, it can be quite easy to compare yourself to the successful people in your niche. In my niche, there are a fair few channels run by people who do it full time. So they get a full-time income from their YouTube channels, have multiple 100,000 subscribers. And when you start from nothing, I personally found I was constantly comparing myself to those channels, wondering why my videos that I thought were equally as good as theirs weren't getting their level of views. But what you don't see and appreciate is the fact that a channel that has made, say, 400 to 500 videos, the amount of time, toil, pain, and experiences that they've gone through in that process of making the 500 videos, that's why they're better than you. And you cannot compare yourself to those already established people. The only real person you can compare yourself to is who you were like yesterday. I know that's a really cringeworthy, commonly used line, but it's true. Everyone at some point starts from zero. And my advice when you are in the trap of comparing yourself to others is just think about yourself. Use other YouTubers as not a comparison point, but as inspiration. You know, use them to work out thumbnails that are good, hooks that work, content of their videos that are good, titles that work, etc., etc. But do not compare your results to theirs. Lack of discipline, patience, and focus. Discipline to do hard work when you don't feel like it. There are going to be times where you really can't be bothered to get up in the morning, edit a video, get out there and record, design a thumbnail, whatever. There are going to be times when you cannot be bothered to work on your YouTube channel. And it's in exactly those times when you make the conscious decision in your mind that you're going to put aside the procrastination, put aside the thoughts of not being bothered, and just crack on and do it. There's a great quote from the Modern Wisdom podcast, which, by the way, I absolutely recommend you listen to. I'm just going to read it. We don't rise to the standards we have when everyone is watching. We fall to the standards we have when no one is watching. The only work that matters is the work that no one sees. It shows you who you really are rather than who you say you are. Now, most of the work that you're going to put in on your YouTube channel is stuff that no one sees. The bulk of the work on YouTube is when you're in, or the hard work on YouTube is when you're in that kind of initial growing phase, when no one is really watching your content and you're working really hard to learn how YouTube works, how to make the best kind of content. At the point where you get monetized, say around 1,000 subscribers, you know so much about making a good YouTube video that it doesn't become easy, but it becomes more systematic and process driven. But those initial hard yards you have to put in, you really need discipline. In addition to that discipline, you're going to need some patience. And in the modern day, you can get pretty much everything you want instantly, or at least at the click of a button on the internet, right? But in terms of achieving growth or success on YouTube, you need to have a bit of patience, right? Again, you can compare yourself to other channels that have got, 10,000 subscribers from 5 videos, but the likelihood is that's not going to be the case. You need to have the discipline to make the videos and the patience that once the videos have been made, and trust in the process that your channel will grow if your content is good. So a combination of discipline and patience is really important. And finally, focus. There are so many cheap distractions available to you in the modern day. I'm not going to go through them because you probably know what they are already, but I'm going to leave you with this, right? Your success on YouTube in the limited time you probably have to work on your YouTube channel, because you probably have other responsibilities going on in your life. You might even work full time, for example, I do. Your ability to succeed on YouTube is defined by your ability to focus on one single task for an extended period of time. That's it. Remove distractions and you'll be successful. All right, well, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed that and found it useful. If you did, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a like rating on the video and subscribe to the Tom H Coaching channel down below. I'm starting to get really passionate about making these videos now. I really enjoy the idea of sharing my knowledge with other people. The channel's not getting huge views at the moment, but I'm just really enjoying the process of recording, scripting, and making all of these videos. And please, if this video does help you, just let me know in the comments. I'd really appreciate that. Yeah. Let me know if there's any other video ideas you want me to talk about, by the way. And yeah, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in my next video.